Well, a very good afternoon, good morning, good evening, subject to when you will be having the privilege to watch this video. I've come to address those from the other tribes, or mostly those that have come out to attack Olóyè Dr. Sunday Igboho, specifically those from the southeast, probably some from those that are also agitating for the disintegration of their people out of Nigeria. First and foremost, my name is Olayomi Koiki, and this is the first time of coming across my video. We do talk about the right of the Yoruba people to self-determination. We do not believe that Nigeria is one due to the amalgamation in 1914. Let's go straight to the point. Once again, after Olóyè Igboho has come out to mention and told many people within his community that he would also be supporting the APC government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and for that reason, he has been coming under a lot of serious attacks from not just the Yorubas, which we'll be addressing because those are internal issues between us, the Yorubas, among ourselves. But let's come back to the Igbos, or those from the other regions that have come to attack Sunday Igboho, and likewise making a lot of comparison between Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu. First and foremost, in the last 5 years of Sunday Igboho, believing that there has been injustice against the Yoruba communities when Buhari was in power, and when many Fulani attacks that is still ongoing in Nigeria, many of those that have been killed, men, and as many of those that would take cases to the police station, and those cases are thrown out. Sunday Igboho decided that it would no longer accept such. In 2021, or 2020 rather, it took action of one particular Fulani Seriki in Igboho, and we also what transpired. From then on, there were a lot of conversation between the Yorubas community that are already discussing and talking about Yoruba self-determination. Sunday Igboho decided that, well, since Nigeria is no longer going to protect its people against the injustice of the Fulani terrorists, it would also believe that we should all go our separate ways. After a lot of communication with the leadership of Professor Adebanji Akintoye that is leading the Yoruba nation, just like Sunday Igboho and the other deputies and the YSDM that stand for the Yoruba self-determination. Now, since Sunday Igboho has returned back after regaining his freedom, when the king, our royal Highness Ladoja, Oba Ladoja, and Ooni of Ife, Aláàfin of Ọ̀yọ́, Ọba Olúgbọ́n of Orílẹ̀-Ìgbọ́n, and many others that we visited last year, July, when I came home myself, and it was a long trip from one part of community to community, engaging them and discussing about why Igboho should be in exile when he has actually not committed any crime in the last 5 years. Igboho has now returned back to Nigeria, and we are seeing many Igbos, or those that believe that they can speak ill of Igboho. My question to you is Sunday Igboho holding you from taking Biafra as a country? I want you to answer the question. Is Sunday Igboho part of Biafra nation or Biafra agitation? Is Sunday Igboho fighting for Biafra or fighting for Yoruba people? If Sunday Igboho decides that he wants to return back and support his people using the current government for the insecurity that he was actually fighting for in the beginning of his journey, that I don't think should be any problem between Sunday Igboho and his belief. But the fact that many people from the Biafra or those in the southeast, you should be talking to your government, your governors that are holding you back. It is not Sunday Igboho that is holding Biafra nation backwards. It is not because of Sunday Igboho that Nnamdi Kanu is currently in the prison in Sokoto. It is not Sunday Igboho that sold Nnamdi Kanu to Buhari and Malami that is currently facing terrorism charges as well. I do not agree that Nnamdi Kanu that was kidnapped and renditioned back to Nigeria, which I have talked about in many of my broadcasts. It is an injustice to one, injustice to all. But do not pin all your problems, everything that you are going through right now, on Sunday Igboho. Do not use Sunday Igboho as your own reasons why things have not gone in the direction where you wanted. Sunday Igboho is not the one that told the judges to put Nnamdi Kanu in the prison. Yes, maybe it's time for you to call your leaders in the southeast, your obas or your emirs or whatever, your OB, which I believe is what you use in the southeast. Make sure they can speak to President Bola Tinubu to give freedom to Nnamdi Kanu. That is not what Yoruba kings will do on your behalf. The Yoruba kings believe that Sunday Igboho is the son of the soil, and regardless of whatever anybody believes in his new direction that he's taking right now, we think that those in the southeast should hold those in the southeast accountable for the miserable life that your people are living, for not gaining whatever is meant to have been part of your own reason to be part of Nigeria. Because currently you have senators in the southeast in the National Assembly, you have senators in the House of Assembly, you have your governors in each of your states. And I will be telling those that probably do not know, how many states do we have in the southeast? Is it Sunday Igboho that is controlling the budget in your state? Sunday Igboho believes that security is paramount for his people. And if he believes in that, he has the right to also go out there and do whatever he thinks is necessary for himself to protect his life and also the lives of his people, which he did, and the reason for being attacked on 1st of July 2021 when Buhari was in government. So if those of you that are, attacking Sunday Igboho today, you should put that energy in attacking your governors, your senators, your House of Reps that are holding you back. And let me also ask you, has Sunday Igboho ever in the last 5 years told Yoruba people not to come out on a Monday, whether the Igbos are doing that at their own free will? I also think that a lot of Yoruba businesses were affected for not able to travel to the southeast region on a Monday when the whole southeast is on a lockdown, and we accepted it. But should Sunday Igboho have done the same thing in the southwest and say we shut down the whole of southwest every Monday? Sunday Igboho never gave such an order. That order that has taken place in the southeast for the last many years, whether this is done at their free will, whether this is the only way they can tell the government, then what you should do is continue to engage the government. And if you think that you want to fight the government, is it Sunday Igboho that will come and fight on your behalf? Are you expecting Sunday Igboho to harm himself and come down and fight on your behalf? Whatever your grievances, those grievances should face your governors. And I'll be mentioning the governors in the southeast so that these will be those that you need to put your anger into rather than making your anger to Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho issue is between the Yoruba people, those that are happy and those that are upset with whatever decision he has decided to take at this particular junction. If Sunday Igboho thinks that whatever decision he's taking right now is not going to be in favor to himself and the community, he's not going to take it. And those that are upset about it in the Yoruba side would have to deal with that between the internal of the Yoruba people. Let's go straight to the governors that we have in the southeast part of Nigeria today. There is 5 southeast governors. So the Biafrans or the Igbos that are mourning, complaining about the reason why Sunday Igboho has decided to join the APC, that is not stopping your Biafra. Your Biafra that you are campaigning for has nothing to do with that. Whatever your agitation should be focused, pointed to your governors and your representatives. And if you think that you do not want to go through that side of negotiating, talking to your governors, you can do whatever you want to do to exit Nigeria. You can exit Nigeria at whatever way you want to exit Nigeria. We, the Yorubas, will continue to campaign for our exit out of Nigeria as well. Because Nigeria is not one, we can never be one. The country is no longer working for the whole tribes. But do not put your complaint and your cry on Sunday Igboho. Do cry to your governors in Abia State. Alex Oti is your governor. If you are mourning, complaining about Sunday Igboho is not the one holding you back from retaining and getting your Biafra. Sunday Igboho has never told people to sit at home. Sunday Igboho has never killed anyone. Rather, it is the Fulani terrorists that are killing, and they are still killing in Owo, in Kwara, in Kogi, in Ogun, in Osun, Ekiti. On those states, we have seen numbers of attacks by the Fulanis. So if you are concerned as those from the southeast region, put your concern to Alex Oti, the Abia State Governor. You also have Charles Soludo, a former Central Bank of Nigeria. Why not put your complaint to the Anambra State Governor, Charles Soludo? And I know that at some point, Charles Soludo paid a visit to Nnamdi Kanu while he was in the DSS custody. Why not make Charles Soludo to continue to put pressure on the federal government with the OB in the southeast so that they can regain Nnamdi Kanu's freedom as well? Because Sunday Igboho's freedom has come from the kings in the Yoruba land, and if that is what is upsetting you, there's nothing we can do to that, because the Yorubas, others, believe that Sunday Igboho is the son of the soil. He has done his best, he has put his life at risk, and he has every right to return back, because we cannot have Guni and other Fulani terrorists operating within Nigeria. Even Malami, we have now confirmed, is also a sponsor of terrorists, and just like El Rufai that has been detained as well. In Ebonyi, you also have Francis Ifuru, one of your governors. Those of you that are mourning and complaining, put that complaint to the Ebonyi State Governor. In Enugu State, you have Peter Oba. Why not tell Peter Oba to speak to President Bola Tinubu? Most of them are joining the APC as well, to get the freedom for Nnamdi Kanu. And if you don't want Nnamdi Kanu to regain his freedom, until maybe the pressure will come from the outside or within, Nnamdi Kanu will still remain in the Sokoto prison. And if you're not happy with it, you can do whatever you have to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do to get Nnamdi Kanu out. And you can tell me to shut up and get out. That is your own cup of tea. I am not Igbo. I am a Yoruba man, and I remain a proud son of the soil. And we are not going to fight your fight. We can work together if it's going to be able to be amicably to exit Nigeria, but you cannot put your brain and your pressure and whatever you are angry to the Yoruba people because you are still in Nigeria. And for those of you that say you have already regain your freedom, you have declared your country, which some of you have believed in, why not then continue to take control of the territory rather than moaning and complaining? You also have Imo State. Imo State is Uzodinma, and I hope I'm right because I know that some of these might have changed recently. But one thing I can tell you from the current 1 minute. Let's see if I'm right with some of the names, because I believe Uzodinma might probably not be a name in the government at the moment. But let me tell you, according to the Business Day, full list of the 5 incumbent governors who dumped PDP for APC in 2015. So these are your governors. Speak to them, engage them so that they can secure either your freedom for Biafra or your freedom to get Nnamdi Kanu out of the Sokoto prison. I have about just 2 more minutes before the end of this video. Like I said, I've given you all the names of each of the states. We have the 5 governors include Dave Umaya of Ebonyi State. We also have, bear with me, we have Akwa Ibom State, we have Enugu State. All these are the Southeast state governors. Let them deal with whatever your concern is. Sunday Igboho is not your problem. Sunday Igboho is not an Igbo man, he's a Yoruba man, and he's not fighting for Biafra. He was actually agitating for the right to self-determination. And if, as at the time that he believes that security is what next, there is not any reason why you as an Igbo person should speak ill about him. You might not agree with the APC. Not every one of us agree with the APC. Not everybody believes that the APC was taking the right direction in a country that has been, devastating for many and millions of people, especially the insecurity. But the fact is, Sunday Igboho remains a Yoruba man, and he has no right to fight your own cause. That is your own issue. You might not happy, you might disagree with him in the direction he's taking. That is your own cup of tea as human being. But the fact is that we are in the Southwest, in the region known as Yoruba land, where Sunday Igboho is. Sunday Igboho is not asking to go and protect the Southeast. He has no reason to do that. He's asking the current administration to give him the opportunity to protect the lives of people that have not been able to return back to the farm, those that have not been able to do the needful when it comes to moving from point A to B because of the insecurity in the region. And if anyone doesn't agree with that, you know what to do. You can cross the bridge, or you can go on the highway and let that, whatever will happen to you. But the fact is, Nnamdi Kanu is in the prison because your people have refused to. If you think that President Bola Tinubu is not doing what he needs to do to get Nnamdi Kanu out, maybe you should speak to your leaders in the Southeast to speak to President Bola Tinubu and let Nnamdi Kanu regain his freedom. We had one of the old Obas, or the OB, that spoke to President Bola Tinubu in Abuja that whatever this man has done, if you don't want him to be in Nigeria, return him back to Kenya, where he was kidnapped, because Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. We know that. It was rendition. You don't rendition people because that is illegal. That is not Sunday Igboho's problem. That is not Babakito's problem. That is not Yoruba people's problem. That is your own problem to deal with. Do not pin your problem on us. And we all know the genesis of how Nigeria was today. We don't have to go back to history, but everybody knows the history. I have not lived in that history. I am currently living in this time where I know and I've read. So if you are not happy with whatever Sunday Igboho is doing, you can also take whatever you can take to quench your own anger. Because Sunday Igboho remains a son and a proud Yoruba man, and that is what he will continue to be. My name is Olayomi Koiki, and this is KOIKIMEDIA, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Share this video to people in the Southeast that have been complaining about Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho no be Igbo man.